So you guys know me, I'm a Padres fan, but I want to talk about 3 Padres players' hot takes from a Padres fan going into the 2023 season regarding Trent Grisham, Fernando Tatis Jr., and Juan Soto, so let's talk about it. So first I want to talk about Trent Grisham, and I'm going to get straight to the point. I think that this guy is going to hit around 280 and be an all-star this year with 25 home runs. And before you guys call me crazy and say, he sucks at hitting, it's a strikeout looking every time, let's think about it like this. We saw flashes of absolute greatness in the 2022 postseason. I know he went hitless in the Phillies series, but let's just talk about the first 2 series. He went off in the wild card, and he was homering on impressive pitches. I remember the home run off DeGrom was an absolute dotted fastball at 100 miles an hour, and he hit it out to left center field. He had a great series against the Dodgers. He was a big part of it, and he's a big impact player. He makes a lot of plays defensively. Obviously, he's a 2-time Gold Glover now, and I expect him to win many more Gold Gloves in the future. But Trent Grisham is a great hitter, and here's why. He hits impressive pitches. He has a lot of good opposite field power. We talk a lot about him pulling the ball because he's a left-handed hitter who likes to pull the ball, which is true. But he's hit a lot of outside pitches out to left on line drives. Like here's one against the Diamondbacks in June, and here's one against the Rockies. He's just a very impressive hitter. And yes, it has to come more consistently, but I think 2023 is the year he breaks out. He's going to be 26 years old. He's entering prime years for sure. And, I think if he can carry that postseason success he had from the end of the 2022 season into the next season here in 2023, he's going to be a big impact player. But the main thing for Grisham is he just has to get going. He has to stay hot. There was flashes of the 2022 season in the regular season when he got kind of hot, but then he got cold. He's just got to stay hot, but he's got to start off hot. And I think that if he's able to continue his success he had at the end of the last season, in 2023, he's going to be great because he did actually have some solid pop. He only hit 184 in the 2022 season, but he had 17 home runs. Now let's think about it like if he's actually a consistent hitter, if he's hitting for average. I think he can hit 280 next year, and I think that he can hit, 25 homers. If you want to go back to 2020, it was a shortened season, sure, but he had an 808 OPS. He was getting on base at a high clip. I remember he had a 3-home run game against the Astros. He was doing it all. I think Grisham is a great player, and the only thing that he needs to do is stay consistent because he is a very mental player. If he gets in his head, he's going to be in a slump. He's got to stay positive. He's got to stay in a good mindset, and he's got to get hot quick. You look at Manny Machado in the 2022 season. He's been known to start the season slow. In June in 2021, he was hitting 235. But then he heated up, and he was good all year, and he was an all-star. And then 2022, Manny was hot out of the gate, and if Paul Goldschmidt did exist, he would have been the 2022 NL MVP. I think if Grisham comes out of the gate hot, he stays healthy, he has a good mindset, he's going to be a great hitter. He's going to hit in the 280s maybe. He's going to be an all-star, have, 25 home runs. That is my hot take on Trent Grisham. And now let's move on to Fernando Tatis Jr. And he really disappointed us in 2022. And it all started with the motorcycle accident, which he should have been riding in general. And then, there's the delays of his return and, the setbacks, and then coming out that he took steroids. And yeah, ringworm, I do not buy it for a second. I think he took it to get back quicker. And, I think he finally owned up to it. And I think that he's ready to move on, but it's ready and good for him to be able to understand he made the mistake and learn from it. But I think Fernando Tatis Jr. will win the 2023 Comeback Player of the Year. This guy will be returning back to baseball for the Padres on April 20th, and I think he's going to hit a ton of home runs this year. I think he can be in the mid-30s. Some people think that he's not going to be good at all because he hasn't seen pitching in so long. He might be rusty. But I just think that 2023's Tatis could put it together if he could stay healthy when he actually comes back. He did get that shoulder surgery, finally, that long overdue shoulder surgery. I think Tatis is going to be a huge play for the Padres, out in right field. I think he's going to hit 290, hit 35 homers, hopefully in the 80, 90 RBI range. I just am super high on Fernando, and I hope that he keeps his head on screwed straight and that he's able to continue to play baseball and just stay on the field because his best value is when he's actually playing. Yes, he's so talented. We all know that. But if he's not playing, what good does it do? It doesn't matter having Fernando sit on the bench while the hype video plays and, it's him on the scoreboard making some ridiculous play. We need Tatis to be playing. We need him to stay healthy, and we need him to actually care about the team and put the team first before himself. And I think if he does all those rights, he stays healthy, and his shoulder stays okay, and his wrist stays okay, obviously. He's going to have a big year, and I think he's going to win the Comeback Player of the Year and be a huge impact player for the San Diego Padres in 2023. With that being said, let's move on to our last player, Juan Soto, who suddenly became underrated. Ranked 12th on MLB's Top 100, which is absolute blasphemy. So you're going to rank a guy 12th who had a down year, had a 149 OPS plus, an on-base over 400 on a down year. We all said Manny Machado was so good last year. Juan Soto had a higher on-base percentage on the Padres than Manny Machado did all year, which shows you how good Juan Soto is. He was terrible for the Padres, but he was still getting on at a 388 clip on base. Juan Soto is so good, and he's going to put it all together this year, and he's going to win the NL MVP. You heard it here first. Juan Soto is so good, and it's so sad to see how we're underrating him. I think one of his biggest problems last year was that he just wasn't being as much of a balanced hitter. He's pulling the ball a lot more. If that does continue to be the case, the shift is gone, so that's only going to work to his advantage. Juan Soto is at his best when he's hitting the ball where it's pitched, and I totally see Juan Soto having a big bounce-back year. I see him hitting, 40 home runs, hitting 315. In the second half of 2021, Juan Soto had an on-base percentage over 500. This guy is not a real person. He is so impressive to me. I think Juan Soto is going to be huge for the Padres. Keep underrating him. Keep saying he's not as good as he is. Let him hear it because he is a great hitter. Yeah, he's not a great fielder, but he's in the lineup to smash the ball, and that's what he does best when he's at his best, and I totally see him doing it this year. I think he's going to be hitting for average. I think he's going to be hitting for home runs, hitting for power. I think he's going to be hitting doubles. I think he'll return to MVP Juan Soto. I absolutely do, but let me know what you guys think. These are some hot takes. Do you guys think I took any L's? Or do you think I took any W's with these takes? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button if you're yet to do so. Give the video a like and turn on that post notification bell. If you guys like Padres baseball and baseball in general, this is the place to be. But for now, that's it for me. Stay safe, everybody. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yo, now trick what Mace who? They ain't what Mace do. Got a lot of girls that'll love to replace you. Tell it to your face.